So it's finally the beginning of 2023 and you guys have been begging me all around when the next collection video is coming. So we're finally here and don't mind the iPad. I was just reading some manga. And yes, I narrate while I read manga. Welcome to my Manga Collection tour / update for 2023. I used to come out with these every quarter, but I got to thinking it was lazy content, so I might just do this twice a year now. One at the top of the new year and another during the summertime. Now in my collection, I have over 1,169 volumes in my collection, with 613 volumes being read, equaling over 50% of my collection being read. It's mostly comprised of peak. Did you expect me to say something else? My collection is pure heat, boy! Also, before anyone asks, these are the 5-tier bookshelves at Target. Before we get into the collection, leave a like, subscribe, and make sure you follow me on all my other social media platforms. That way you keep up to date with your boy. So, this right here is a full view of my manga collection. Bask in it, live in its glory. I went to war for this bad boy to look like this. Starting from the top, literally, you can see at the top of my shelves that we have my manga box sets. In case you guys haven't figured it out yet, box sets are kind of my thing. Starting off this manga collection, we have the first 4 One Piece box sets, which contain up to volumes 1 to 90 of the first 90 volumes of One Piece. We also got Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z right here, Demon Slayer, Bleach, which actually holds all of my Bleach manga to 74 volumes. And the reason I have it in here is because, well, I don't have any actual shelf space on it. Well, on the shelves, so I had to put it in here, and that's what I'm gonna do in my next manga reorganization video, because I'm still running out of space on these shelves. So all the manga box sets that you see up here, the manga is actually gonna go back in them. That way I have more space on these shelves. Next up, we have the 3 Naruto box sets, and I recently just got done reading Naruto. Such a fantastic series. Next up, we have the My Hero Academia box set, which actually keeps the My Hero Academia manga inside of it because, well, I have no space on my shelves like I said earlier. Next up, we have the Quintessential Quintuplets manga box sets 1 and 2, which have the manga in them. And lastly, we have the first box set for Sweat and Soap, which only contains volumes 1 through 6 or 7, I believe. I also got the ALT manga box sets right here, but currently they can't fit up at the top with how the rig is set up right now, but let's go ahead and move on to what's on the shelves. Now that we're done looking at the manga box sets, let's go to the first row of manga that we have right here, starting off with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. You guys know how I feel about Dragon Ball Z, one of my favorite series of all time. Right after that, we do have the Kawa volume, also by Akira Toriyama. We also have Reincarnated as Yamcha, the Bleach 20th Anniversary Edition of Volume 1. We have all 19 volumes of Yu Yu Hakusho. Right beside that, you know I had to put some more Togashi love in here by putting all 36 volumes of Hunter x Hunter that is currently out as well. Next up, we have Naruto, which actually finishes off this shelf right here with the 73rd volume titled The Hokage and the Scarlet Spring or whatever. Basically, this manga was actually adapted in the Boruto anime. I remember actually watching that when I was watching Boruto, but yeah, they count this as like the 73rd volume, but really it's just an extra bonus volume type thing. You guys already know how I feel about Naruto, so I think the actual last review for that series is actually out right now on the channel, so go check it out. And if you're new, check out the whole trilogy of reviews I have for the Naruto series. Now that we're done with the first row, let's go ahead and go to the second row. And starting off, we have One Piece, which starts from volume 1 all the way down to volume 90 right here at the start of Wano. You guys know, if you've been following the channel for a while, I'm only collecting One Piece through the box set, so I'm probably not gonna get another one for a few years, so I don't have to worry about that taking up any space on my manga box set's shelving top. Right after that, we have the first part of Yu-Gi-Oh right here, the first 7 volumes. Then on this tier right here, we actually have the start of Duelist with all 24 volumes. And right behind this Merrick volume, we have the 7 volumes of Millennium World. And you know I also had to have Yu-Gi-Oh R, which is only 5 volumes as well. Right next to that, we have Yu-Gi-Oh GX, and you guys know how much of a fan I am of Yu-Gi-Oh, so I had to have Yu-Gi-Oh GX. After that, Chainsaw Man, the first 11 volumes, which contain all of part 1. Astro Lost in Space, volumes 1 through 5, the complete series. And right after that, we got Boruto. Look, I'm sorry you even had to see that atrocity next to all this peak, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've actually been thinking about getting back into Boruto after being on that Naruto kick. I know. Blasphemy, but I need some more jutsus in my life. All right, and coming down from that Boruto right here, we're going to the third level of the shelf, and we have all 8 volumes of Parasite, and I even have this extra bonus volume right here, which I believe was an exclusive to Loot Crate. You guys could correct me down in the comment section down below. And to represent this shelf, since I do have all 23 volumes of Demon Slayer right here, I had to put a little Giyu figure right there because I believe he's one of my favorite characters out of the series. Next to that, we got some series that are kind of like spin-offs, but only 1 volume so far. We got Burn the Witch, which is part of the Bleach universe, Jocko the Patrolman, and Sandland, which I heavily recommend. And if you are a fan of Akira Toriyama and a fan of the original Dragon Ball run, you'll definitely love these 2 series. In fact, get into them right now. We also got some random volumes of Shaman King the singles when it was still produced by Viz. Right next to that, we have JoJo's Goat Adventure right here. You guys know how I feel about JoJo's. This is part 3, Stardust Crusaders. I don't have all the single volumes, but I am planning on hunting them soon. After that, we have Dr. Slump Volume 1, Gintama Volume 1. Right behind this little Raising Cane's dog, we have some volumes of Reborn up to Volume 11. Some Bubble Bell volumes, I'm only missing 1, and it's the one that's actually not numbered. Eye Shield 21 Volume 10, Siren Volume 1, Buso Rankin Volume 1, Black Torch Volume 2, and you're probably wondering, why do I only have Black Torch Volume 2? Well, this seemed to be the hardest one to get, so I wanted to make sure I got that one before I got the rest of the series, because it's only 5 volumes, and I actually really like the series. I've been thinking about doing a review on this. We have 30 volumes of Black Clover. Well, technically in my collection, I have 31. And you're probably wondering, why do I have 2 volume 1s? Well, one is the Loot Crate exclusive, while I have the regular volume 1 as well. Don't worry, Asta. I know you're going past your limits. Next to Black Clover, we have Dr. Stone and the Dr. Stone reboot Byakuya, and we have, Senku repping his set right here. Right beside Dr. Stone, we have Dragon Ball Super, one of my favorite series or franchises of all time. After Dragon Ball Super, we have Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. I'm only missing Volume 4, and I've been waiting to get that Volume 4 because I don't want to overpay on that bad boy. You know how I feel about patience being the key when it comes to collecting stuff. Not overpaying, I'm just going to be patient and wait for it to come in stock whenever I can see it. Then after Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds is Sakamoto Days, Volumes 1 through 4, Kaiju number 8, Volumes 1 through 4, Yozakaru Family Volume 1, and Dan Volume 1. Now that we're done with the 3rd level, let's go ahead and move down to the 4th level, which actually starts off my hardcover / Viz section of my collection right here. We have all 18 volumes of the Full Metal Alchemist Full Metal editions. We got the Akira Toriyama Manga Theater, all 3 volumes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1, all 4 volumes of Part 2, all 10 volumes of Part 3, all 9 volumes of Part 4, Thus Spoke Rohan Kishibe Volume 1, and all 6 volumes of Part 5 that are currently out right now. And you know I had to put the OG inspiration for JoJo's right next to it by putting Fist of the North Star Volumes 1 through 6 right next to it. And like I said, this little image that's trying to have right here, pretty dope. We also got the Parasite Full Color Collection right here, Volume 1. We got some Soul Eater volumes, the Perfect Edition, I believe. I don't know why they call it the Perfect Edition, but hey, we're just gonna roll with it. We got the 6 volumes right here. We got my first and only Junji Ito volume in my collection so far, which is Black Paradox, Erase Volume 1, Transformers Volume 1, 1 through 11 of Vinland Saga, the first 3 volumes of Record of Ragnarok, all of Blue Flag, which I also reviewed on the channel, all 8 volumes of Fire Punch, all 10 volumes of Pokemon Adventure, with, a little Pokeball to represent right here too. Gotta catch 'em all. And by catch 'em all, I mean, catch all them likes. Like the dang video. Now let's go ahead and move over down to the 5th level of the shelf right here. We got the Death Note Black Editions, Volumes 1 through 6. Goodnight Pun Pun, Volumes 1 through 7. I will be coming out with a review for that, so stay tuned. Hell's Paradise, Volumes 1 through 13. That's the full series, and I do have a review on that as well. Not Simple. Death Note, the short stories. Downfall by Inio Asano. Black Lagoon. Dragon Quest, The Adventures of Dai, Volumes 1 and 2. Solo Leveling, Volumes 1 and 2. Dora Hidora. Zom 100, Volumes 1 through 7. I'm actually caught up, and I'm really enjoying it. Crazy Food Truck, Volumes 1 through 14 of Beastars, which I'm thinking about selling. I really don't have a need to actually read it right now. Pluto by Naoki Urasawa, only Volume 1. Look Back, which is a short story by Tatsuki Fujimoto. Inuyasha, the Viz Big, Volume 1. Volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7 are the Rurouni Kenshin Viz Bigs. We also got One Punch Man right here, all 24 volumes that are currently out right now. One of my favorite series of all time. Spy Family, Volumes 1 through 8. Mashal, Volumes 1 through 8. Undead Unluck, Volumes 1 through 8. Platinum Man, Volumes 1 and 2. Radiant, Volume 1. Elusive Samurai, Volume 1. Food War, Volumes 1 and 2. Slam Dunk, Volumes 1 and 4. I know it's currently restocking right now. I just don't have the biggest need to actually get some Slam Dunk in my collection right now. D Greyman Volume 1. All except for 1 of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Omnibuses. I'm only missing 1, and I need that bad boy so bad. Call of the Night, Volumes 1 and 2. Kaguya-sama Love is War, Volumes 1 and 8. I know, very odd. Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V Volume 1. I literally only bought this volume because it was like $4 or $5 on Amazon. Now let's go ahead and go to the last level of the shelf right here. We have some of the Shaman King omnibuses. I'm taking a break on buying these. Comey Can't Communicate, volumes 1 through 19. I honestly think my boy Cass Collects really got me on the hate train for this series because I've been taking a break from buying this series too, and honestly, I'm contemplating on getting rid of it. Jujutsu Kaisen volumes 0 through 17. Nisekoi volumes 1 through 7. The Animal Crossing manga. We Never Learn volume 1. Fire Force volumes 1 through 26, which I've been thinking about getting the omnibuses because those omnibuses, they kind of look a bit fire. Mob Psycho volumes 1 through 8, including the Reagan side story, a random Trigun volume, Spiral, Giganto Maxia, which is by Kentaro Miura, the same creator of Berserk, Ajins volumes 1, 2, and 3, Mega Man volumes 1, 2, and 3, all the Attack on Titan manga box sets except for the last one. All I need is the last one, and I'm pretty much complete on that set. I even have 3 volumes of volume 34. One is the Barnes & Noble exclusive, one is the Kino Kaniya exclusive, and one is the Books of Millions exclusive. We have Drifters volumes 1 through 6, except I'm missing 3. The Rising of the Shield Hero volume 1, Zatch Bell volumes 1 through 3, Dead Man Wonderland, some random volumes because, I don't know, I just haven't been persistent on actually hunting this down. It's one of those series that's been eluded me for a while since the start of my manga collecting journey, but also I just haven't been following up with it since, you know, it's probably been restocking recently. Toriko volume 2, and we got some Scott Pilgrim comic volumes on this shelf as well. Now look, I know Scott Pilgrim is a manga, but I didn't have any other place to put it. These are all on my bookshelves. Now it's time to move to the Nasty Man shelf. We got Nagatoro volumes 1 through 13, Blow on the Tracks volumes 1 through 11, I'm the Hero but the Demon Lord is also me volumes 1 through 4, To Save the World, Can You Wake Up the Morning After with a Demi-Human volumes 1 through 3, Interspecies Reviewers volumes 1 through 5 with this side story volume right here, Teasing Master Takagi-san volumes 1 and 2, which actually continues down right here, and I got volumes 3 and 4, Monster Wrestling volume 1, Please Put the Mono Takamine-san volumes 1 through 4, Parallel Paradise volume 1, Hitomi-chan and Shy with Strangers volumes 1 through 4, Worlds and Harem volumes 1 through 12, Shiori's Diary volumes 1 through 3, Saki the Succubus volumes 1 through 5, Destiny Lovers volumes 1 through 8. Down here we got Gal Gohan volumes 1 through 10, Gigant volumes 1 through 9, Do You Like Big Girls volumes 1 through 5, 3 of the omnibuses for Booty Royale. I have the first 2 omnibuses, then I believe I have the third one right here. 2.5 Dimensional Seduction volumes 1 through 3, Superheroes volumes 1 through 3, The Witches of Automaz volumes 1 through 3. That's a lot of 1 through 3s. Welcome to Succubus High volumes 1 and 2, Peter Grill volumes 1 and 2, Arrow Ninja volume 1, Who Wants to Marry a Billionaire volume 1, Succubus and Hitman volume 1, Sundome Milky Way volume 1, How Heavy Are Those Dumbbells You Lift volume 1, Monster Musume volume 1, A Certain Scientific Railgun volume 1, JK Haru is a explicit worker in Another World volume 1, Yuna and the Hot Springs volume 1, Call Girl and Another World volume 1. Tell that this is the shelf where a lot of this stuff right here continues, while this one just is the curse of ones basically right here. And I got some Whataburger signs right here. We got Prison School volumes 1 through 14, which takes up a good portion of the shelf right here. We also have the Prison School side story, which is literally just Nasty Man images back to back, and I don't mind that. We also got Raw Hero volumes 1 and 2, made by the same mangaka as Prison School. We got Metamorphosis. And right next to that, we have Jahi. Right below that, we have My Dress Up Darlings, volume 1 through 5. Will a Yumi-chan Make His Move, volumes 1 and 2. Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out, volumes 1 through 6. Neo Parasite, Male and Female. Tales of Wedding Ring, volume 1. Fruits Basket, the Collector's Edition, volume 1. The Flowers of Evil, volumes 1 through 4. And I know it's a bit hard to see these, but this is Battle Vixens, volumes 1 through 10. And this is the last level slash shelf that I have to show you guys. Right here we have the first 7 volumes of the deluxes of the Berserk Omnis, Hellsing volume 1, the Dragon Ball full color editions, that's all released in English so far, the Witcher Ronin manga, Rohan at the Louvre, a Dragon Ball art book, a Naruto art book, and a Full Metal Alchemist art book. Woo! I gotta say, it feels great to finally be done filming this whole manga collection. And I don't look forward to the next manga collection update I'm giving you guys later this year. But that about wraps it up for this video, guys. I'd like to say thank you guys for watching. And if you are new to the channel and you haven't already, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and don't forget to follow me on all my other social media platforms down in the description down below. But before we actually leave, I gotta give a huge shout out to my Patreon pledgers for going ahead and financially supporting the channel, guys. So I highly appreciate what you guys are doing for me, financially donating on Patreon. And I gotta give a huge shout out to the YouTube members for also financially donating on the YouTube side of things as well. Big shout out to Broke Boy Gang as always, because as you can see, this huge manga collection isn't cheap. That's it. It's not cheap. But with the help of you guys, it's able to be this way. Thank you guys for watching. Dark Sage out. Peace.